And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rose and his new best friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes a guest. He's the producer, writer, and host of the podcast Vanderpump Robs. It's Rob Schulte. Chef Jeff is here to say that while everyone is so excited about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, the engagement he's looking forward to most is JoJo Siwa and the Philly fanatic, Hubba Hubba. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Hello, my little fresh peach pavlovas. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is your new best friend. That particular refreshing and summery carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon.
Patreon.
By Lisa Lowry. Yes, I'm on Patreon. Get all sorts of fun stuff there. You can get behind the scenes content, photos, episodes of The Friend Zone. That is my Patreon only podcast, which is very no holds barred. And you might be thinking, but bitch, I haven't seen you hold a bar in so long. There's even over for you bitches.
That's right.
There's even fewer bars held on the Friend Zone one, the other one. And then also there's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back and I send a daily update. And that one is juicy as well. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon.
Also, I am on Substack. And I just wrote a Substack. I just put it up and it is titled One of the Reasons Adam Was Mad at Me. Yeah. I got into it. AllisonRosen.substack.com. Okay. I would like to say hello to my guests. Welcome back to the show, newly local again podcaster and more, Rob Schulte.
Hello. I am also on Patreon and Substack. Just putting that out there. But go to Allison's first, please. No, I'm so happy to be back.
It's so I cannot wait to catch up with you. And don't worry, we will give you an ample chance to plug all the things.
No, I know. I'm just coming in with flair. Right?
I like
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be flairful.
Flairful. I love that. Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Be flairful. Flurful. That is how you would eventually say it because it's more fun to say. And Jeff Fox, hello.
Hello. Wait, who?
Fabulous. Jeff Fox.
Well, thank you.
Oh.
That's your full name. Okay, now there's so much to get into. I need to catch up with Rob. I have things of my own to share, but I must explain what just happened mere moments before the show started. Because it was like a horror movie where there's two different worlds happening because Jeff and Rob were catching up, talking work, and then Daniel and I were sucked into our own hell escape. And I just want to know, how aware were you guys of what was happening?
Jeff, go ahead.
A little bit, but so you were chasing flies, killing them. And I thought there was just one, but you both started to go to town with fly swatters, and then I noticed and I thought, well, there's only one fly, but once you started working I saw 8.
I mean, that's a very conservative estimate. Rob, from where you were sitting, what was happening?
I have no idea because I was really into my own world, talking at length at a question that could have been answered in 30 seconds, but I think I took 10 minutes
We were
to
having
answer.
a good conversation.
And I could hear things
Could you hear,
happening.
flapping and...
Flapping and slapping, and I was like, look, this is their house. This is their show. They can flap and slap all they want.
That sounds funny. Yeah. Okay, so there's another one. It used to be like an ongoing joke that I couldn't stop talking about insects on this show. I'm not a fan of insects, despite the fact that I have had 2 pet death feigning beetles, neither of which lived that long, and we're taking a break from insects as pets, which is fine. I can go back to hating them with impunity. Usually, every now and again, there's like a fly in the studio. And then I think, do I open the door and encourage it out, possibly risking more coming in? Do I do the show, even though it is impossible for me, as evidenced by what's happening right now? I cannot not talk about a bug if there's one near me. It's just one of my quirks. So I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I look, and I'm like, what are those black dots? Like juicy, they're gone now, but sizable black dots just sitting there on the windowsill. I'm like, those are flies. And I get closer, and there's so many flies in that windowsill, the one in front of me. There's so many flies over here in this windowsill. There's some over, I have 3 windows, some over there. I've never seen, and I also thought to myself, don't talk about this on the show. It makes it sound disgusting. They were slow moving flies, like zombie flies, just lurking by the windowsill.
Do flies get tired when it's hot?
I mean, I don't know. Don't humanize them for me. So it was like, has anyone here besides me seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
I have not.
Okay. At the beginning, this is not a spoiler because it's baked right into the premise. At the beginning, they're just like on a plane going to their show, and then suddenly they have to kill a bunch of demons, and it's just all in a day's work.
Oh.
I felt like you and I got sucked into killing demons or zombies or flies, really. And then now we're doing this. I've never seen that many. I don't understand where they came from. I wonder, did they come in because it's hot out? Why are they moving so slow? Is there something dead in here, but we'd smell it if there were? What the fuck? Maybe they hatched? I don't know. It was very upsetting, and I'm still processing.
Well, I'm just surprised that we're talking about the flies and not the rotting meat in every corner.
Yeah.
It
was a weird choice.
That's,
Yeah. Because we know where they're coming from at that point.
Yeah, do they come in out of the heat? Like, is it, because we never really have flies in here. There's no organic material in here. They're all fake plants.
We're all robots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just wonder.
My content is rote.
Did you get that 1-star review too? Me too.
Yeah, if there's like a crack in one of the windows, and
clearly there must, or like some like very efficient pregnant fly came in here and just did her worst, and then maybe we got her
did
too.
her best.
Yeah, it depends. It depends if the listeners are flies or not. So anyway, so that happened. Oh my God. Speaking of things, I really will get to everything else, but I just have to interrupt myself and say, Daniel alerted me to a new saying last night, which is now my new least favorite saying.
Uh-oh.
What up, doe?
That one's grown on me. So much so that I was like, maybe I should go to What Up, Doe. Rob, this is a tangent to the tangent.
I'm really like, I am.
Are you having trouble tracking?
Well, no, catchphrase culture is a bane of mine on Vanderpump Robs. So
okay,
I'm very much ready to learn.
Just you wait. But what I'm referring to first is there's a pizza place in Burbank called What Up, Doe.
Okay.
And all of us, but especially
so
us, we're like, what is it supposed to be? And then we complained about it on the show, and listeners let us know What Up, Doe is Detroit slang.
Interesting.
So now,
it's like Detroit style pizza.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit annoyed that they would expect anyone in Burbank to know
there
that.
should be an asterisk.
Yeah, they should have a back of the menu explanation.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But it looks good, and they have an item on there, an appetizer, which is D's Knots.
Well, I love a good play on words, and I am looking for a place to bring home dinner.
Oh,
this, so.
Okay.
maybe
Well,
we
you
can get
check
some
it out.
D's
We haven't eaten
Knots.
there yet. I can't speak for it.
Well, then I won't go.
Daniel, share with them what you shared with me last night.
10 Toes Down.
Oh,
you know about it.
I know about it. Not a fan.
It is. I
had never heard it.
So it's like if you're making a statement on some sort of conviction, like I believe it, in order to suggest that you really, really believe it, you're 10 toes down.
Is this a new full stop?
Kind of.
Oh, maybe.
Is it the new The Ick?
Is it a new period?
Well, but that's, yes, we're on the same page here. I first heard it on the last season of The Bachelorette with a guy who is obviously not there for the right reasons. And,
was he there to make friends?
Oh, he was there to, I think, get some more social clout.
Okay.
And
I love the ones that are there to make
That's
friends.
what I'm saying. That's
I
all
know.
reason.
I just
that's one of
like
my favorites.
the radio DJs, all of this. I want that. I heard he gets essentially called out on it from Jen. And he's like, I'm 10 toes down. I was like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Like, what? And I felt like the oldest man on earth, but also if I'm not saying this and this is the type of guy saying this, I feel like I'm on the right side of history.
Right.
So Okay, so that's slightly. I thought you say like, I hate flies, 10 toes down. But you're saying it's like if someone accuses you of being inauthentic or phony.
I'm going to show up and I'm going to be 10 toes down, living
like
my
fully...
real life, and I'm going to know what's up.
Oh, maybe I got it wrong.
Well, no, I think it works.
It
works both ways.
It's like a hundy.
It's like my conviction. 10 toes down is I have a conviction. I'm committed.
The type of personality I think says is how they say the phrase.
Is this person like a fratty kind of person?
Oh, I mean,
I think it might be a frat.
So, yeah.
I think it's kind of a frat sort of culture thing.
I feel like that is the linguistic version of wearing your sunglasses on the back of your head.
Ooh,
yes.
I think so. Or a crooked baseball cap.
Yeah,
sideways baseball cap. Man, but I really don't like it.
But sometimes I'll be like not in my a couple of my toes are just like hovering over the ground, and it's just like I'm waiting. Is it? And then bink, and then it's like 10 toes down, baby.
Hammer toes down. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh yeah.
And then are people going to escalate this beyond reason? Where people used to go 100%, and now people go 1,000%, and now people go 1,000,000%,
100,
which are not things.
Yeah.
And so now are people going to, instead of saying 10 toes down, they're going to be like, dude, 100 toes down.
No,
I'm 1,000 toes down.
Borrowing other
10 toes, 10 fingers. Yeah. I'm crawling around on this thing.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that has...
But, I'm sorry, but it's like, it's meant to be sort of like a tough thing, right? I think it's always said like 10 toes down, but there's nothing less tough than your toes. Like your dinky little toes. Like, oh, your toes are down.
I think they like the alliteration.
How about your widow toe? Is it also down?
I'm my dangling wee, my 10 toes are down.
Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, I was saying that if anyone ever said that to me, it would just take me right out of the moment. Because I would have to laugh.
Yeah. Your toes. Oh.
Your widow piggies are down.
That is like, people say the ick, and I'm coming around on the ick, but it's still a phrase I'm not a huge fan of. And then when I was watching season 2 of The Valley, which I have too many thoughts on to start right now, but
this is a good place for that.
One of the less charismatic characters says that her ex-husband gives her the ick, and I was like, this is jump the shark. Yeah. You're too not that she's even that old, but like the show was filmed too long ago. You're out of the age demographic.
Wait, who's the less charismatic? Is that Michelle?
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
Okay.
Look, I'd buy a house from her. She seems like a great realtor. Yeah. I don't need to hear her saying the ick.
Right. Yeah. What if Janet said it? I feel like...
Janet's got a lot of problems. But...
All right, the other thing, when we can get into that.
Yeah.
The other thing, I received an email. I get a flurry of email pitches for... It's like, are you pitching a guest? Or are you pitching a product? Or are you pitching a guest that is pitching a product, which is what it is? And it was like, would your audience resonate with this emotional freedom breakthrough? Which is like a big hunk of word salad. But this use of resonate, like I don't resonate with that. I grew up in a time, I sound like a grandpa. It should be that doesn't resonate with me, or that resonates with me. Why are we resonating with things now?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it's technically correct or not, but it just sounds very backwards to me.
Well, it's like the word normalcy, right? Like apparently now it's a real world, and I understand that linguistics can be prescriptive,
fluid,
yes. But I need people to stop executive boardrooming me when they're like when I get emails like that too. Like just. Let's be real here, right?
Yeah.
Is this a product you want on the show or not?
Right. You're not 10 toes down here.
No. They're, and how do you even say 10 toes down in an email?
TTD.
Okay. Oh, that I can get into.
Yeah. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling
that's a good
AOL
sign-off.
Instant Messenger is coming back.
Really?
I have a feeling.
ASL?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Okay.
All right. Let me just look at my quick list. Okay. Let's get into the Rob Schulte of it all.
Uh-oh.
So...
I mean, oh, yeah.
I mean, we need to catch up on you moving back to town from Joshua Tree. But I feel like you are everywhere. You're doing a podcast with Malls. You're doing shows in Boston. And a lot of other stuff.
It's true. I am.
Yeah, so fill us in. Catch us up.
So the big thing that I can't particularly say yet, but I would like to provide context because I can't say exactly what it is, even though I've told you before. But I've been working on this giganto project that's related to Vanderpump Robs.
I think I do know what it is.
Yes. But I just can't officially say. And that has kind of informed how my friend Kate and I, who is working on the project with me, Kate Shapiro, who has been co-hosting Vanderpump Robs with me for the last year, have been going about things. And that is going to segue into, we got real burnt out on the current era of Bravo shows that we've been covering. And that is essentially like, I never cover a Housewives show. I will always cover essentially what I call like the millennial shows or younger. Because it resonates with me. The Valley, Vanderpump, Summer House, Southern Charm. And I started looking into Southern Hospitality, which is the best show on Bravo right now.
Really? Daniel, are you hearing this?
And... Well, he's about to in the DMs.
Something with work happened, I guess.
Hey, work is fine. No apologies necessary. Southern Hospitality, best show on Bravo right now. But
got to get into it.
After the end of the Valley season 2, Kate and I were like, we got to take a break. We can't just be like chasing this Bravo dragon.
What was it that what did it?
Well, I feel like after season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, we really took a step back and we were like, what are they making? Right? Like,
which one was season 11?
That's the last season. It's like post-Scandival.
Okay.
And everything's kind of in shambles.
I'm having trouble even remembering.
Well, like...
We meet Ariana's boyfriend?
Okay. Sandoval's getting a redemption arc, which... People, a big part of this also is how the fandom is interacting with these shows, and they're all apparently have psychiatry degrees now, and there's this like, and I think the gap, this based on the big project, was around season 7. So like, savvy fans are starting to find their niche online, and then COVID happens a couple of seasons later. And then whatever the fandom was in gets accelerated into then Scandival. And like all these things are like a nuclear bomb. And so everyone on these shows are self-producing in a way that becomes, which could be fun if the producers of the show leaned into the fact that the cast are now like looking at comments and trying to like give themselves a good edit. So
it's a bit of a jump the shark feeling.
Yeah, but like then we go into the Valley and we get Jax Taylor who like abused Brittany verbally. We find out he pushed her into a rose bush. Like he's an addict. He's like all these bad things. And it wasn't until like the final reunion where we get a like domestic violence warning after an episode, right? Like they're not doing things correctly. Right. I would say in a way where even in 1995 we'd get like TV 14 because of this, that, and the other, right? Like I'm not even that quote triggered by these things, but there is an ethical way to make shows, and if you're gonna show aspects of this, break the fourth wall and make it a compelling show rather than a show that's like trying to hide around aspects of these things. So Kate and I have taken a break, and we're watching shows like Viva La Bam for the next couple of months.
Now, did you watch Vanderpump Villa?
I did. I only covered the first season.
Okay. We didn't watch that at all, but I remember Peter. Oh, my God. What is his last name?
Madrigal?
Thank you. Peter Madrigal. Whom you connected me with.
He had issues.
He had
I remember
some issues.
He did.
I think he had valid issues. With
probably. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to watch that. I had made a note to myself, watch that based on what Peter had said.
And the surprising, what do you call it?
Crossover
with
Secret
Allison's
Lives of Mormon. That's your favorite show, too. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I feel like Vanderpump Villa could be good if they would if they would not let Lisa make any decisions.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that's...
Well, are you worried about the next season of Vanderpump then?
Well, a little bit, but I'm cautiously optimistic because I think this cast knows they've got an uphill battle.
Oh, and they're going to bring it?
And they're going to bring it.
Who is this cast? Is it
Well, they
anyone you know?
haven't. I don't think they've officially done like a website cast release from Bravo, but they've posted a lot of photos. There's been a lot of gossip rags and stuff about it. There's shots of people being filmed, from paparazzi, the Paps, and
I love Pop Snaps.
I know at least one of them from my experience of hanging out with Peter, and I know she's going to bring it. So,
well, that's exciting.
If that's that, I'm looking forward to it. But that's back with the fandom. They want to have a take,
right?
And their take is, I'm never going to watch this. They're never going to live up to the old cast. It's like, well,
give it a chance.
Maybe we should see. Because they all know that too. If you know that, commenter, they know that.
See, what I thought, and I think this would be unethical and horrible because, but it'd be great TV.
Yeah.
Is Jax and the Toms.
You are speaking into existence something that Kate and I have talked about as well.
Yeah.
Jax and the Toms move back to Florida.
Oh, there you go.
And have a party house there.
Just Jax and the Toms, because that is mess. You've got two, narcissists, possibly sociopath. I mean, every show has to have at least one malignant narcissist in
this
order to be
would be
good.
Oops, all narcissists.
Yeah, this would be Oops, all narcissists.
Well,
and it would be fantastic. I'm not sure Schwartz is necessarily one.
Well,
he's pretty bad.
He's the one that's going to be able to be pulled between the two.
Yes.
He's pulled between the two.
Yeah.
Well, what you've got is like a straight narcissist, like a regular. You've
Tom.
got a malignant narcissist, which is Jax, and then you've got the covert narcissist.
Yes,
it should really be on A&E or something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so you're taking a Vanderpump break. What podcasts are you doing besides Vanderpump Robs?
Oh, that was the other thing you mentioned. I'm doing a show with Molly McAleer called Halvesies right now, which is a lot of fun. And that's just basically I bring something to the table, Molls brings something to the table, and we each get 40 minutes to talk about each one of our...
And it can be anything.
Anything.
Do you guys know ahead of time what you're going to bring?
Sometimes, but we try to not tell the other one what we're going to talk about. Unless it's something that's like the episode that comes out the week of this recording, I didn't know anything about the Adelson trial that's going on right now.
Oh, I don't
it's
know
like a
about
true
that
crime
either.
Case, and she was like, "Just want to know if you're familiar with the Adelson trial." And I was like,
was that Karen Adelson? Is that her name?
No, there was Karen Reed.
That's what I'm thinking of, because Malls was tweeting about that.
And I also got really into that, but we will. I think I'm on the side that people don't like, but anyway.
Nice.
You're on the side of the murderer?
I just think when you're driving drunk, like that's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's a lot of police corruption. Anyway, this is a case about like a woman's ex-husband got killed, and turns out like her whole family was in on it and like hired the hitman and stuff, and now they just this isn't funny, but they just arrested grandma at the airport as she was trying to fly to Vietnam, so that she could not be exonerated or whatever. They can't fly back. Extradited. Yeah. So that was interesting, and I talked about Big Fat Meatballs, the new song from AJ and Big Justice.
I don't know this
the Costco
song.
guys. The Costco
Oh,
guys.
is that who that is?
Yeah, they've been doing
Did they extend their 15 minutes by another couple minutes?
Yeah, and that's part of the discussion.
That's exciting.
Yep. And
that
good
sounds
for them.
good.
Now, the Costco guys includes the Rizulator.
I hate to correct you. The Rizzler.
The Riznish.
The Riznish. That's the language he speaks.
Yeah.
The Rizzler, yes.
The Rizzler.
Who's the Rizzler?
He's a child.
Oh, okay.
Who's,
a child,
like
if you imagined if someone took a teamster, or not a team, or a longshoreman, one of those just like mafia type longshoremen who don't work, and then just crunched them down into a child, just like put him in some
like
sort
those
of a
TikTok
hydraulic
pressing
press.
things, yeah,
and just hydraulically pressed him into a child who just goes boom and eats chocolate cookies.
Yeah. Well, we are conflating the three, but
Yes. I have
fine.
precious brain space that's being occupied by Italian brain rot currently.
as you can tell, like I have recently discussed these three people.
Yes.
Well, this is good stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's Habsies. And then you guys did a show in New York with Meredith, who I know from TikTok.
Yeah, Meredith Lynch, Miles, and I went to Boston.
I mean, did I just say New York? 'Cause
you
I meant
did.
to say
Well,
Boston.
we almost went to New York.
That's
but we
what
did,
I was hinting at.
Yeah, we did a show in Boston, and we did a show in Santa Monica a couple months before, and that was just a live show called Friends Only. And we sold out in Santa Monica.
Friends is kind of my thing.
Yeah, well,
Friendship is kind of my thing.
we should have asked you to be on the show. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Wait,
you guys have a Friends angle, don't you? Or is the Friends angle just Friends Only that you call it?
we just called it Friends
Okay.
Only because it was
allow
like the like when you post a video
Oh,
just
yes.
to your
Yeah,
friends.
That
it's
makes-
like
yeah,
Friends
yeah.
Only.
I get it.
Okay.
Like things we can only say.
Right.
Mhm.
Friends Only.
Mm.
Right.
Doesn't leave the room.
Yeah. And but I did record it, so maybe it will at some point.
Right.
So that was fun. It was an eventful summer, and then my, last time I was here, I said my partner. And
I know.
we got into this discussion of lawyers. But
Yeah.
my girlfriend and I decided to sell our house and move out here.
Oh, so you're moving back to the
He's
city.
here already.
Wednesday,
Oh, you're here.
I just
You
moved.
did.
Yep.
Good for you. Where?
Near us.
Near
Near
us?
about 15 minutes away.
No way.
Which
Look
is
at-
an incredible drive. I gotta tell you.
It's much better than the. Well, I assumed. Okay, he's Rob's here today. That must mean he's going to some Vanderpump related bar later. He's got like 15 things on his schedule.
yeah,
like
that's what it
he's
used to
coming
be.
into town. Yeah.
Did you go Brooklyn to Joshua Tree, or did you come
No.
here and then
Yeah,
talk
we
us through the moving there and the moving back?
lived in Brooklyn, and then I had gotten a job at Team Coco, and they moved me out here and we lived in Eagle Rock for a year.
I hear children, and I
Yeah.
suspect they're mine. Do you want to? What's going on? Okay.
Somebody
so they
check on the children.
They moved you out to Eagle Rock.
Yeah. We went to Eagle Rock, and within the time in Eagle Rock, we did like 2 Joshua Tree stints, like just little vacations to essentially get Elvis, our dog, away from fireworks. and within 1 year, we went through 3 different management companies at the apartment in Eagle Rock. And then I was like, each one gets a little worse than the last.
Yeah.
And we thought, like,
It's trending in a
Yeah.
negative direction.
yeah. And so we're like, well, we can either look for another place to live, because then they were going to raise our rent, or we can just bite the bullet and see if there's a place we can buy. And we're like, well, the only place we can afford is 2 hours away. Why not go in that area, see if there's something? And we did. And, we were there for about 3 years. And
Wow.
yeah.
Because I feel like you were there for like 9 months.
Well,
I mean, time just flies.
it is. And quite frankly, I would travel back to LA
Yeah.
a lot for work, and of course, to be on Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. And
It's a long
it
drive.
was, our friends did not visit the way we thought people went to Joshua Tree. The way that they talk about going to Joshua Tree is not
they're
actually
not
what
10 toes
happens.
down.
They're not 10 toes down about it. And our dog has extreme separation anxiety, and so he can be at home for like maybe 2 hours tops without like pooping on the rug. And actually, he's really good about that. But he does, he pants, he gets scared, and to do anything is a 40-minute drive out there. So by the time we would go out, we'd have to like come right back. So,
what's it like? I don't think I've ever been to Joshua Tree, even though I've heard about it so
You've
many
driven
times.
through it.
Yeah.
well, I lived
what was it like?
technically, I say Joshua Tree because that's the closest mental thing. I lived actually the town next to it in Yucca Valley, but it's all the same.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, people there will tell you it's definitely not, but the Walmart is in Yucca Valley.
The
so-
great thing about it is it's right near the place where it's always the hottest place on earth.
Yes.
Baker?
Death Valley.
Yeah. And it's really great.
Yeah.
It is. People told us that, people move out to the desert for a reason, and
to escape the law.
I think so, or to escape something, or to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And look, we're homebodies. We don't do a lot of stuff, but it really was
Did you feel very
isolated?
Yeah,
I felt isolated. We lived in a subdivision area, right? So fairly decent area to live. No sidewalks. So even walking the dog was I guess I'm walking in the street.
But they have that here, in Toluca Lake and Studio City, these really nice neighborhoods with no sidewalk. And I'm is this an antisocial thing? Is this they don't want people walking around? It's really shitty.
And the final, I think, thing was a month after we moved in, the Trump flags went up around our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I knew what I was getting into getting out there. I didn't think we were next door neighbor flag country, and I also felt am I being punked right now? These were not up when we looked at the house multiple times, and now a month in they're up, and they are the side of the road,
the big
$10, but
Oh.
He always changed them because they always get destroyed. They'd be up and then they would just start, threading and getting terrible, and they'd be the assassination fist in the air one.
That's so manly.
And then so manly. And then when we were moving, the one that was up was Trump's head on Schwarzenegger's body. Then it looked like the movie poster for Commando. Right, so it's this guy.
You'll miss that.
No, don't miss that at all. It's just
but game over, libs.
Yeah. Well, he moved us out of the neighborhood. That's for sure.
Well, so you just moved
back.
Yeah,
back.
Just back.
Well, congrats.
Just back.
Back.
But I love it. Love the area we're living in is very walkable.
Did you guys buy a place?
No, we're renting again because that's the smarter move for us right now.
Mm.
But
I
also,
think it's a very crazy. Actually, what is it, a buyer's market? I don't know. It's a weird market right now.
It is definitely
Yeah,
a buyer's market,
but
and I'm not buying.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
When you just sold.
And I just sold, and I definitely know how much of a buyer's market it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
luckily it wasn't. We still came out.
Ahead.
It wasn't
Good.
a terrible loss, but
that's good.
Yeah. The compelling podcasting stuff, finances, right? But
we're the number one real estate podcast.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I listen.
It's weird because we never talk about it, but somehow you got on the charts for the real estate.
It is strange.
Podcast.
Yeah, they just knew.
Yeah,
They knew. You know what's funny is do you get these, Rob? I get these emails from Good Charts or something.
Uh-huh.
And it's you're, number whatever in grief podcast, grief and psychology. I'm always charting in.
And they're going to tell you how you can get to number one.
Do they? Because they always say here's a.
If only they
Here's a
would offer
badge.
you a solution to
Yeah.
that problem after they tell you that information. I just
Well, I
really
bet
wish
it's
Wait,
they-
free.
am I not reading the whole email?
Probably. That would
Am
be
I not
best.
reading the whole email? Because I just go oh, cool. And then it's
So just
here's
let-
a
someone's
badge
just
to
letting me
share
know.
with you,
Yeah.
your
Thanks.
listeners. Yeah.
Thanks,
Give it a
pals.
heads up. Yep.
I appreciate being on your list.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the travesty
Yeah.
that happened in the podcasting space with
Please.
Of course.
me? And I'm not trying to throw shade,
I am.
but I recently moved my podcast from the Vanderpump Robs, not Halvesies, Vanderpump Robs, from the network I was on to become fiercely independent.
Oh, yeah, you were on Sonar, right?
Yes, I was. And
Now you're FI, fiercely independent.
fiercely independent.
I'm
I took
FI.
I know. I took a page out of your book. I was like, I need to be more like Allison. Things are going great over there, and things need to be going great for me. Now, Sonar didn't do anything wrong, right? There were some other things behind the scenes with other things where I had to take the show and be independent. I will spare everyone the boring details on that. But in that process, I don't know if you've ever redirected a podcast. I've done it many times, but sometimes someone on the other side who owns the Apple placement of the podcast has to move a lever.
Sure.
And somehow the lever needed to be moved up, and they moved it to the left, and my entire show got taken off of Apple.
Oh no!
And then resubmitted to Apple. Now, what that does is
that
back
boosts
on the
you
charts?
in the charts.
Definitely not. I wish it would have.
Oh, I thought it would. Okay.
It took away every single person that followed the show,
Oh,
so they had to re-find it.
Oh no!
And no more ratings or reviews.
Like you lost all your ratings and reviews.
Lost everything.
Could they recover
now,
it?
No. And I was like,
how could they not?
Because it's now when you remove it from Podcast Portal, it deletes it.
Yeah.
And so when they resubmitted it, I think the thought was, I'm removing it from my personal Podcast Portal,
right?
And I'll resubmit it so Rob can claim it. When in actuality, you have to like do the interface that moves it from one person's to another. It was not like intentional. It was a total mistake. I get it, but like it has been a like uphill battle getting people. But I will say, in losing all of my ratings and reviews, I've lost all of the bad ones too.
You're free.
All the ones where I said one thing good about Raquel Leviss and then got 300 one-star reviews about how horrible I am.
Who do you think was behind that?
Earlier we were talking about how I feel the fandom has gone a little overboard.
Right.
I think that was just in Scandivalmania.
Yeah.
Don't ever try and put yourself in the shoes of someone who's committed an atrocity of adultery.
Right. Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Did I see a picture of you with Scheana recently?
You did see a picture
I
of me
need
with
the
Scheana.
deets.
I went to the Azusa Public Library because Scheana was doing a free event for her book release, My Good Side. And she did a Q&A. She signed everyone's book and took pictures with anyone who wanted to sign it. And people have mixed feelings on Scheana. I think Scheana makes incredible TV. I think out of all the Vanderpump books, which I've read a fair amount of them, I did not read. I read Stassi's first one. Couldn't get through her next two.
I didn't know Stassi had 3 books
She has
out.
3 books, and it's about as Lala's. I could not get past page 20.
Is it called Give Them Lala?
It's called Give Them Lala, and it is fan fiction about her own life.
Oh, wow.
Like, the whole first 10 pages is about how Randall Emmett, her now ex, is her soulmate, and she's so happy of meeting her.
Oh, it's like going back in time, and then
no, it's like she wrote it while she was with him, and like, couldn't have the foresight that, like, maybe I'll break up with this guy one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Scheana's is, like, the most fun to read.
I need to read this book.
It's fun. She reads it if you get the audio version too, so that's fun. Every title of the chapter is named after a movie, so that's kind of fun. But Scheana's got like an interesting story. Like her grandmother was a Rockford Peach, so like a League of Their
What's
Own.
A Rockford Peach?
A League of Their Own.
Oh, wow.
She was one of those. So she was talking about how she got into baseball as a young kid, and like she was the only girl on like an all boys team, and how she grew up in Azusa. And here was the biggest thing for me. She also did something at the Grove. She's been doing live shows across the country. I can't name another reality TV star who has ever said they were going to the library. So to think that Scheana is giving back to her hometown by doing a free event at the Azusa Public Library. I mean, the library like made my career. Like when they built a library in Kansas, like renovated this library in Kansas, they put a recording studio in the basement, and no one like really was using it at first when they opened the doors. So like the guy who was running it, the engineer, like just taught me how to use all the equipment, and then I got into podcasting. Right. Then when I moved to Brooklyn, they asked me to like teach monthly classes with their recording studio. And so I love the library, and seeing Scheana do this, like that was awesome.
All right. So here's a question for you.
Okay.
There are some conspiracy theories out there that Scheana is actually the one who's been stirring the shit on the Valley behind the scenes. And that a lot of the stuff, because they've been the last couple seasons, all seems to track back to little old Shishay. What do we call her? Shishu, the bruiser from Azusa.
I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
But I also think that Janet wants that.
She wants
right. Janet
Scheana.
and Scheana are friends.
Oh, so she's making it seem like Scheana.
I think that I think Scheana knows how to like have those conversations
because
to
you
make
remember
good TV.
when Janet was popping off at El Coyote, who was right next to her like worm tongue, like like whispering.
Worm tongue.
You get your Lord of the Rings references or you don't. It's not my responsibility.
Brad Dourif, come on. The voice of Chucky. Anyway, I think that Scheana has a hand in it, but I don't think she's the mastermind in the way that some people like have their theories on, only because she wasn't on the show that much. And I feel like...
Right, but was she trying to get on the show?
I don't think that's the way it works, right?
Okay.
Like, I think that if Scheana really was like pulling some shit, they would have been like, well, look, we've already locked her in for like how much she's getting paid this season. So let's bring her in, a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I do think she'll have a bigger role next season.
Because like who invited what's her name, who was the was the girl that Michelle's seeing,
Jasmine's girlfriend?
Jenna?
No. Michelle's new guy, the guy
Aaron.
with the saucer
The big
eyes.
Yep.
The guy,
Who has a cocaine-themed honey business.
Right. And he's maybe a cult leader based on his eyes.
Yes.
The girl that he hooked up with who has
Jenna.
Jenna?
Yeah.
Scheana was the one who invited Jenna to the party.
But Jenna has been around the Vanderpump Rules world. Jenna's the one that James Kennedy cheated on Kristen with, and Kristen got into his phone and tracked his Uber ride in like season 3 or whatever.
Jenna.
That was Jenna. So Jenna's been there.
Jenna's
But
like the
Scheana
Kaiser
did probably.
Soze. She's the Kaiser Soze of Vanderpump.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, wait, she's been here all along.
Jack Nicholson in... You know what? I'm going to let you just stick with your reference. I don't need to add to your reference.
I will say though, at the Azusa Library, I had DM'd Scheana because we've casually DM'd in the past because she's been on the podcast a couple times, and I was just like, "Hey, I'm headed to the library. I'm looking forward to it." And she was like, "Great, see you there." Is she running her own social? I don't know, right? But a friendly response, and I waited in line. They put your name on it, and she's like, "Oh, Rob." Oh, Vanderpump Robs, and then
that's nice.
And she like called her manager over, and she was like, "This is the guy for the podcast." And then she's like, "I'm so happy I saw your DM. This is great." Something she didn't have to do, right? And then she gave me a personalized autograph, where most of it was like to this person, XOXO Scheana. Mine was to Rob. I wrote this book in under 7 minutes. Love Scheana or whatever, because there's a running joke for anyone listening who doesn't know. She had a boyfriend named Rob who she bragged about how he could hang a TV on the wall in under 7 minutes. And everyone's like, what a weird thing to brag about.
Yeah. Well, what is good side a reference to? Does she have a good side?
She famously will only get photographed one side, right?
Yeah, like for a long time. Like she was like, and so it's like a play on like, you only see one side of me on the TV show.
I was saying, I feel like you get it. I feel like you get it.
Do you have a side?
Oh, yeah, I do. Very much so.
No, I don't mean in that way. I just mean like you are an English lit major.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you can read into Scheana's subtext.
Well, I can. I just wanted to know. I think specifically, I just wanted to know: does she literally have a good side?
She does.
We've heard Nassim Pedrad does as well. Pedrad. Okay. Question for the listeners: is anyone else's dog throwing up a lot? How's Elvis? Has he been upchucking?
Not throwing up, but he did lose some hair on his side. But that was after a particularly long visit to the ranch that he used to stay at in Joshua Tree. I think he just got real nervous and lost some hair.
Oh, man.
We just went through
It's coming back. By the way, it's growing back.
Okay, good.
We went through an expensive weekend because first Peter, our little guy, younger guy, was throwing up, and then his face was like all puffed up one morning,
I had that with Elvis.
Really?
Yeah, the puffy face.
What did you think it was? Some kind of allergic reaction. But to what?
I think that Elvis, because it was only one side of his face.
Oh.
I think he like pricked himself on like a branch, and then it got infected.
Oh, poor guy.
It was easy to take care of. Only one night in the emergency vet.
Right. Okay.
And let me tell you,
that's expensive.
I know you're about to get into it, but I'm so happy to be back in LA for Modern Animal, and that's a product pick.
Modern Animal. Maybe I should look into them.
Yes.
Is it like a membership?
It is. It's like $100 a year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth it. So, yeah, because I don't love our current general vet. So that was Peter. Took him to the vet. They didn't really know. He seemed okay. He was like still pretty drooly. But like in the course of my time waiting there, his face became normal again.
Okay.
So they're like, here's all the things we could do. We don't necessarily, if you want to hold off on these, that's okay. We would recommend. They gave him an anti-nausea medication and some subcutaneous fluids. I held off on all the diagnostic stuff because by that point I wasn't really worried about him anymore.
Yeah.
And then Wendy, who's 11, started throwing up, and she was just not herself. She was like just standing there staring.
Oof.
And then at the point at which she wasn't interested at dinner, and also she wasn't going to the bathroom, that was last night. So then we took her to the emergency vet because it's a Sunday. In my gut, I wasn't that worried, but at the same time, she's 11, and she wasn't her. And like, what if there was some kind of event or something? So with her, I did do all the blood work, but she's fine. Like, she was stable when we got there, or she was stable. They deduced she's stable. All the blood work. They didn't give her fluids because she wasn't dehydrated. They also gave her the anti-nausea med. So no answers, but reassurance that everything is okay. But our babysitter's dog was sick like a week ago, and then her boyfriend's dog got sick, and then I had posted about this, and then my friend just contacted me, and her two dogs just went through something like this. A little bit, it's anecdotal, but I am just wondering, could there be some kind of like dog thing going around? But I asked that of the vet, and she said it's more because I just assumed, okay, Peter had it and now Wendy has it. But she's like, I don't know of anything going around right now, and it's it doesn't really work like the way that we would give a flu to one another.
Okay. That's good.
I don't know.
That's reassuring, I guess.
Or she just doesn't know. she's just not aware of what's happening.
Or maybe we need to start doing our own research on these things.
I wonder, with all of my advanced degrees, I wonder if this insane heat could be bringing about something like microbes in the water. I have no idea.
Well, all I know is Elvis has like the Baptist people who get snake bites on them, like his immunity to the heat from living in the desert for so long. Oh, yeah. I don't worry about him as much.
I don't know about these snake bitten.
Well, like snake handlers, like the religious, they get a little bit of venom in them. So
so they build up an immunity.
Yeah, I think that's build up an immunity. That's what I was struggling to find.
Right.
There.
I didn't know you could build up an immunity to snake poison. I mean, I guess.
Well, next time we're on the podcast, we should do it. I think we should bring some snakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have become a regular at Burbank Scales and Tails. Rob, when you walked in, you noticed my fish tanks.
Oh, yes, of course.
Burbank Scales and Tails, which Jeff had mentioned to me, I think, before I even went. It's sort of a Burbank institution.
Okay.
I go there I go there so often now that I'm not even taken aback by the things that I first noticed about the place, which is like, what kind of weird fucking subculture have I just stumbled into? These are serious. There's the reptile people.
Uh-huh.
There's fewer bird and gerbil people, although I would like to know what they're up to. And then there's like the fish people and the employees. Like the employees in the front, those are the reptile people. Then the fish guy is a little different, but it's all like these people they all go to conventions.
I've got a question.
For animals. Yeah.
How close is this to the witch store?
Like location wise or vibe wise?
Well, now I want both answers.
And might there be more than one witch store in Burbank?
Yeah, I know.
Would
I'm
you
like,
be really
which
surprised?
one? Which one?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Culture Vulture, or is there another one?
Well,
Vulture Culture? I forget what it's called.
All I know is that if they were right next door to each other, a lot of spells would be a lot easier to make happen.
And there would be a shortage of like newt.
Yes. Or Eye of Newt.
Yes, exactly. There'd be
there's only 2 per newt, so like.
I hope they use every part of the newt. So
I hear they do.
But to
that's
answer
what my mom told me. I'm also.
Are you the son of a witch?
I'm one quarter witch.
Because your mom's half witch?
I don't know. I haven't done the genealogy on it yet, but that's what my family always says. We're 1/16 witch or something.
Wiccans from Salem.
Yeah, exactly.
But did your mom practice? Is any of this real? I can't.
No, I'm making this all up.
Okay.
But
damn, sorry I pushed you to admit that.
No, it's okay. I need to be honest. I need to be better about. I got an email
those toes
recently that people didn't like my tone on the podcast. And
what does that mean?
I don't know. Apparently, they infer that I'm being negative about stuff when really I'm just being wry and dry and lying about being 1/16 witch.
Right.
But, it's all for comedy.
I wouldn't take you lying about being a witch as negative.
Well, maybe not in this scenario.
Right.
But apparently people who listen to podcasts about reality TV have some big opinions and they want you to know all about them.
There was that time when I was trying to improv, which I'm known, Rob, as the Guinness Book World Record holder of being the world's worst improv.
Oh, interesting.
Person. Yeah. And see, I just did it. And Wendy Molyneux yelled at me that I was lying. She didn't understand. She was like, She was like, well, you're just lying. And I said, well, what's the difference between me?
Yeah.
I mean, aside from my thing not being funny and hers being funny, but... What's the difference between lying and doing improv? It's just you're just making stuff up.
It's the same.
True. It's true. I mean, I have to agree. Yeah. And since Wendy's not here, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am too.
Thank you.
Wendy, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was actually talking about your dog. That
yes.
Wendy. That Wendy, I hope's listening.
Right. Well, speaking of, I saw Wendy this weekend, and I saw Dave Huntsberger this weekend. Dave Huntsberger had a birthday party for his 2 young, adorable sons. And
kids are still having birthdays?
Yeah, they are. I know.
That's great.
Traditional. Yeah.
That's great.
We went there, and Wendy was there with her younger son, and he and my kids bonded over Italian brain rot. Do you know what this is, Rob?
I'd love to learn more, because I wonder if it ties into Big Fat Meatballs.
Don't think so,
okay.
But I kind of went into a deep dive on it in the last episode, so I'll just briefly. My kids were talking about it all the time. I thought it was a genre. It's a very actually specific series of AI generated characters that are like half animal, like a shark wearing shoes, and then they all have Italianate kind of names like Tralalila Tralala.
Yes,
or
I do know what you're talking
ballerina.
about.
Okay,
yes.
So there's a game they all play on Roblox called Steal a Brain Rot.
Okay,
and my kids are obsessed. But it turns out all the children everywhere are obsessed. It has a hold of the children.
Somebody think of them.
I know. Put labels on records.
Yes, put labels on records.
Where's
put labels on Roblox.
Yeah. They're actually. I just saw that someone is doing a documentary about Roblox and how like bad for kids it actually is. It just got announced. I think it's Chris Hansen.
Oh,
because I guess there's some predators on
Why
there.
don't you have a seat?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't actually Roblox where Kim Kardashian's kid found out about her sex tape?
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
I don't know about that.
And I don't think it was like the kid found out about the sex tape. Someone's like, avatar was like,
oh God,
her face, not like anything actually sexual, but like a zoom in from her face. And they're like, Mommy, your face is here. And then Kim, I believe this could be completely apocryphal and I'm only remembering certain details, but then she had to have the talk of like why her face was there and probably didn't need to say everything she ended up saying.
What I'm thinking is they know she's famous.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have to explain.
Who knows?
The
Maybe they
source.
were communicating through Roblox. And
yeah, I think that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, so we did that.
I'm sticking to Skyrim. Okay.
Is that still around?
I hope so.
We went to the party, and then yesterday I got bamboozled into taking Elliot, my elder son, to a K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along.
Oh, Lord.
Now, I say bamboozled. Well, really, I was a willing bamboozly.
Okay.
But I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook, and but when I go on, it's masochistic because Facebook mom groups are like a special kind of just sanctimonious, like it's almost like watching jousting because the highlight is when they all pile on one mom for saying the wrong thing. It happened to me once and it was deeply traumatic. So that's why I hate these boards. And yet I find myself feeling like I wish someone could make a digest of like, here's what happened on this board. Because I go there and I'm like basically just looking for the drama or things that I should know about going on in Burbank. So someone posted about this K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along, which is where they show it in the movie theater with the words on the screen and all the kids sing along. And I thought, oh, Elliot would love that. I'm going to look into it. And it was on my computer screen when he walked in and he's like, Mommy, what's that? And I was like, oh, fuck, we're definitely going now.
I guess we gotta go now. Yeah.
So I was dreading it. Have you heard of K-pop Demon Hunters?
Only from this episode.
Okay. Jeff, had you heard of it?
And it was spoiled because you told me that they fight demons.
No. It's right in the title. It's right in there.
Okay.
It's the number one
K-pop Demon Hunter show.
Yeah. It's the number one kids movie. Not going to talk about The Fly that I just saw. It's the number one kids movie or content or whatever on Netflix. So it's like hugely popular with kids. My kids have been talking about it a lot and they sing along to it like at the top of their lungs. And then I've heard other kids who
I thought you were about to sing there for a second.
I was getting ready. Yeah, so but I hadn't seen it at all. I knew it was animated. That's kind of all I knew. And I was dreading it because I thought it was going to be very loud. I thought it was just going to be just mayhem and loud. And also our ticket said 4DX. And I thought,
did you get to see it in 4DX?
So I just saw it it was just regular.
Oh, okay.
But the ticket said 4DX. And my understanding of that was that the chairs rumble.
And it sprays water at you. And
okay, I had heard that. And
you could turn the water on and off. So if you want the water experience, you can have it. But if you don't, you cannot turn off the
rumbling,
rumbling
and
rock and roll chairs.
There's scents too, right?
I think some of them do. I've only been to one 4DX, and I have mixed feelings on it.
What movie was it?
I was in New York last year, and I really wanted to see 4DX because I had never experienced 4DX, and I was by a 4DX theater. And it was that time of day where you're like, I've been walking around, but I'm not going back yet, so a movie's perfect. But then it's like, well, if I'm going to see a roller coaster movie, like I'm not going to go see Pride and Prejudice.
Right.
So Deadpool Wolverine was out at the time. And I was like, action movie, superheroes. I'm not really a big fan of Deadpool, but we're going to do this. And the problem is that they also do the 4DX during the trailers. And trailers are all action.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just wobbling for the whole
oh my
first
God.
20
See, that
minutes.
sounds like hell to me.
It was
I get
not
very
fun.
motion sick.
And it was like, particularly, I remember the Beetlejuice trailer was out. And I am not a fan of Beetlejuice. And also, that is a very like AI trailer. And like the jokes like, well, that happened. You know, like as we go back to it. And then Deadpool opens up with a big fight scene. So it's like the first 15 minutes of the movie is rumbling.
What do the chairs look like?
They look a little bit bigger.
Where does the water come from?
Like there's little like things from the armrests. Or maybe it's the tubes on the side. Regardless, I only got sprayed a few times because they're the blood, right? It was like when a blood splatter happened, right? And then I turned it off. But
Jeff, remember when you said the trailer for The Masked Singer was the most dystopian thing you'd ever seen?
Yeah.
This 4DX situation is so dystopian. Like, do we need this?
Well, the other part is that it's great it's not great. It was fun. And it's not like it
She's
happens the
gimmicky.
entire movie,
Right.
right? It happens in big set pieces of the movie. Don't do it during the trailers. You ruin the prestige.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just let me experience it once the movie starts, and that would have changed absolutely everything. Side note, when Mission Impossible was out recently, Jessica and I went and saw that in Screen X, which is also a
What is that?
ridiculous movie theater experience, which is 3 screens, 2 on the side, 1 in the center. Don't know how it works. Was not that amazing, but it was. I'm glad if I'm seeing anything, Mission Impossible is the one to see it in. But sorry,
No,
Demon
I just,
Hunter
for
K-pop.
whom is like a movie, a giant screen that shows a movie, for whom is that not immersive enough?
Look, we got to get people back in the theaters.
I guess so.
Media's got to live.
So-
Jessica and I just got our A-list memberships because we're in LA.
Is that AMC?
Yeah, that's like you can see for like $27, you can see 4 movies a week for
Oh,
free.
wow.
Not that I'm ever going to go to 4 movies in a week, but like last night, Jessica went and saw Black Swan because it's like the 20-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
So that was awesome. I missed it. I wish I could have seen it, but I'm going to go see something else, right?
See K-pop Demon? Oh, it's not. So it's Netflix, but it was only in theaters, I think, for this sing-along thing.
It got #1 over the weekend.
Yeah. It was everyone I know took their kids. Izzy was there too, but at a different theater. Different, not just a different screen, but like a whole different theater, but also in North Hollywood. But so anyway, I was like, I gently floated the idea to Daniel, like, if you wanted to take him, that would be okay. And then he said no. He said that this is something that I should experience. So I was like, 4DX, this sounds awful. I should take Dramamine. Anyway, long story short, it wasn't 4DX at all, even though the ticket said that.
Get your money back.
Yeah, I know. But I really enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I was so surprised. I laughed.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry.
Okay.
But I was hooked, and
Did you start singing along?
No,
Okay.
because I didn't. But the kids in the theater did, and I thought it was going to be like, oh my god, this person's yelling in my ear, which is what it's like when I'm home next to Elliot.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like sort of like quiet, sweet sounds of children singing.
Okay.
It wasn't super
because they're
loud.
still learning what it's like to be in social
In public,
environments.
I guess,
right?
yeah.
Okay. I love this.
It wasn't mayhem, and the movie itself was clever and sweet and engrossing, except that I had to go to the bathroom at a certain point, and I'm a little unclear what all happened, so I'm gonna have to watch that part again. But yeah, it was go me. I went out of the house.
this
and
was
I
about
enjoyed
you?
it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had to step out for a second, but
well,
I
we got
missed the
into
beginning.
deep movie talk.
Yeah.
I got to tell y'all, I think it's out of theaters now, but
Mhm.
is streaming. If you haven't seen Eddington, that's one of the recent ones I
You
saw.
are
I've
the
heard
second
that's really
person
good.
to mention, because aforementioned Wendy Molyneux just saw this.
Incredible film.
Yeah.
Incredible. And like the first thing everyone says is like, I don't know if I want to see, and I'm so sorry if anyone in this room has said this, but I don't know if I want to see something about COVID so close to COVID.
It does
I
feel
didn't
like
even know
I
it
don't
was
want
about
It's
COVID.
important because I think, and I
I'm
have to
out.
quote my co-host Kate on this. Like, we need to be making, if we're going to make media about COVID and
Yeah.
stuff, it needs to be closer to the pandemic than further away, because we'll start having rationalizations and revisionist history about
what year was Apocalypse Now? We tend to think of the Vietnam movies as being they weren't far
it.
from
No,
Vietnam.
exactly.
And I think one of the problems that our society has had is that we haven't really grappled with what COVID
Exactly.
was and what it did to our brains and what it did to our society and the loss of life and all of that. And I think that not honoring, I'm going to get off my soapbox. in a
No,
minute.
please
But it's
continue.
like, I think the fact that 1 million plus people died and that we haven't had a collective coming to
Reckoning.
grips and mourning of that
Yeah.
and recognition of the loss, that has corrupted us in a way that we haven't, because it's like if we don't as a society feel that that's a loss, then what value is life.
100%.
And
I just did it. 100%.
And only 100%, Rob.
I know.
10 toes down. 10 toes down. But yeah.
And so I fully this is a little what do you call bailiwick of mine. I feel like we really need that sort of thing.
Well,
actually,
and to the point of what I was talking about earlier with my big project, I think that's becoming a bigger aspect of my project, is like what that's done also to like fandoms and people who were stuck at home watching stuff, right?
Interesting.
Like you haven't come to grips with like that in
the fact
itself
that we
is a
watched
microcosm.
Below Deck for four seasons of Below Deck in a matter of 3 days.
Exactly. Well, that, and then like when you get the parasocialness of podcasts and TV shows.
Well,
and
that's when like shows like Rogan's really took hold in people's minds. Was being home and having 3 hours to dedicate to that snooze fest. Yep. I said it.
Oh the
only episode of Joe Rogan I've listened to is Carrot Top's episode.
Listen, I told Allison, you need beefs.
Did you even listen to my episode of Rogan?
You were on Rogan?
Yes! In 20...
I know he said nice things about you.
Yeah, and then he had me on in 2015.
Then he promptly never had you back.
Well, I think the beef is starting.
I think that he's a real shithead.
I think that
this.
He wasn't even the best Fear Factor host.
Oh my God, you're right.
I'll say this.
What?
My main concern was, how am I possibly going to do a 3-hour episode without peeing? Because you know how I am. I got to pee a lot.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. And weirdly, and I know it sounds like I'm defending him, weirdly, the time I just like you get in the zone and the time went like that, and I actually didn't need to pee till afterwards. That's all I have to say about that. I don't. There's a lot of things he said that I don't agree with.
So that's a real behind the scenes kind of story. That's the kind of
they
thing
actually
we
have you sitting on toilets in the Rogan show.
It's so thoughtful.
No, but there is bulletproof. Like there's bulletproof coffee already made for you in a little silver commuter mug.
He really drinks bulletproof coffee.
I don't know. There was butter coffee.
Oh Lord!
Oh, bulletproof. What I was thinking. What's the Black Rifle? That's the right wing coffee.
Oh, it might have been made with that. I don't know.
No,
what I will
that was
say, just to cap off my soapboxy moment of COVID.
Is this your bailiwick?
My bailiwick,
as one so frequently says.
Yes, of course, it's in my lexicon. I think the Eddington. Maybe my opinion will change, but I walked out of that so impressed with how they conveyed a story about a small town in New Mexico in like May 2020 that it is uncomfortable in a lot of ways. You're like following a protagonist that is not usually on the like, I'll just paint with a really wide brush. Like it's probably a lot of left-leaning people going to the movie. It's an Ari Aster film. And he is definitely not like a left-leaning person. He's not a conspiracy theorist, but he's also like a mandate is not a law type of guy, and he's the sheriff. So
that's it. I was like, that's the director. That's the actor.
Yeah.
That's
the actor. Sorry, the sheriff in the movie.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
And so you are set like following the world through this character.
Okay.
And then Pedro Pascal is the mayor of the town.
Well, I can't even remember the last thing I've seen him in.
Fantastic Four?
Oh, like everything.
I know.
He's having a comeback.
It is.
Yeah, because it's a new week.
Yeah.
And there's this big AI corporation that wants to, and this is all in the first like 10 minutes, that wants to, like fund the town, but essentially use all their resources. And it does an incredible story of like how we're pitted against each other when there are bigger threats out there.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
seems topical.
Yeah, well, topical and like, don't let the COVIDness listeners.
I'm gonna wait for the sing along.
Well, I think you should.
So
there's some great numbers in it.
I am looking around the room, just eyeballing the flies in the windowsill, and I imagine myself if I were in a movie. I feel like, and I haven't seen Jaws, and I know that that's shocking to people, but is there a scene where what's his name is looking around, kind of like taking it in, and then he says we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Did it? But
I don't want to freak you out. I don't want to freak you out.
That's what's happening in my brain.
I guess good news, bad. Let me give you the good news first.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're at risk of getting eaten by a shark.
No, I know.
So we're pretty far from the sharks.
I'm talking about cinematography, Daniel.
Okay, that's
you're
number
being
one.
very literal.
So I know you're.
I don't think we're in a boat either.
Yeah. No, we're going to need a bigger fly swatter.
No sharks. Okay, so
yeah.
Deep breaths. No sharks.
You're misunderstanding.
But when there are a lot of flies, many people believe that means that you are in the presence
of death,
of Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies, a demon from hell. Some people think maybe even Lucifer themselves, but definitely some sort of demon.
Wait, is Beelzebub not Lucifer?
No, I think Beelzebub
Mephistopheles?
is just no, I think it's
these are all different demons.
Wait, really?
I think so.
I thought they were all. I thought these were just different names for him.
That's what Big Bible wants you to think.
Oh, what does Little Bible say?
Little Bible says, "Hey, do what you want. Just be good."
I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the devil, Satan, Lucifer, Mephistopheles or Mephisto. That's the shoes. Mephistopheles, Beelzebub, and other names that I can't think of right
Baphomet.
now. What is it?
Baphomet.
Never heard that one.
That's the one with the statue next
to
the
these
Ten
are
Commandments.
All the names for
No,
Satan.
I don't think. I think they're just demons. But I think that
Jeff, is this your understanding too?
I think the flies means that we're in the presence. There's an evil spirit or a demon in this.
You should have learned that in the sing along.
I know.
I would have thought that they were the same, except for Beelzebub.
Everyone knows he's like a lesser demon.
He's like the Lord of the Flies.
I just thought this was all set. Well, you learn something new every day.
And listeners, write in.
Yeah.
You know
What's your favorite name?
Yeah,
from
who's
Satan?
your favorite demon?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Okay, so there was. I got to get back to the flies and how it relates to Jaws, but I just have to share. There was this guy that I was friends with. He was cute, which is the why the following happened. He was very right wing and very religious, but he looked like very punk. It was a very unlikely friendship. But anyway, he had a female roommate, and so he was extremely religious, though. Let me just
A right wing person?
Yeah, I'll underline that he was extremely religious, and she had a cat, and the name of the cat was Beelzebub, like Beelzebub, but he could never say Beelzebub. I would say, what's the cat's name? He would always say Beelzebub or something like that. My interpretation was that's how uncomfortable he was saying something that was
like
akin to Beelzebub. Like he like someone saying like bless you, like Beelzebub or something like that. So anyway, but when Richard Dreyfuss says we're going to need a bigger boat, at the beginning, is he looking around just taking stock of like how bad it's become? Because in my mind, because I'm starring in the movie of me and the flies. So in my mind, that's how I looked when I'm like, ugh. I'm calm about it, but I'm
not a Jaws fan. I saw it; it was fine.
Someone get that. Someone get that guy that hosts Who Charted.
Oh,
Howard Kramer.
Howard Kramer. Yeah.
Here we go. Is he looking around at flies?
Roy Scheider's throwing chum out. Quint is got a toothpick.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
There goes the shark. Roy Scheider stands up. Famous scene.
Cigarette hanging.
Yep. Of course, it was the 70s. It was required by Screen Actors Guild. Now he's walking back into the cabin.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
So it was Roy Scheider that said it.
Okay. Is Richard Dreyfuss in this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, he has an opus or something he needs to have happen.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a different scene I'm thinking of. But anyway, me looking at the flies, it's very cinematic, guys. You can see it all plays out across my face. And when I play to the camera, everything's available.
You're like, you're looking at the flies.
You can see, you're like, she sees the flies.
She gets it.
She gets the flies.
Some people look at the lens. Allison looks through the lens
Right.
to the viewer.
It's believable. And I
of a
do
podcast.
encourage you to watch Cronenberg's The Fly.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Because all this Jaws talk, I'm just like, why not The
it
Fly?
was right there. It was
Yeah.
right there, right?
Little did we know that the 80s were a golden age of horror and horror sci-fi.
Okay, I have no interest in this conversation. Now, so I'm just going to cut it off with a pass.
It's your show.
We just did. We
We're
just
just
did 10
leaving it.
minutes on
Famously.
on gonna need a bigger boat, only to find out it wasn't that actually at all. Well, this is Allison's show.
I think it's time.
No, I'm going to cut this off. What's next, Jeff?
It's time to say hello and welcome to the new patrons. Patrons. I say it in a fun way. I say it in a fun way.
We love having fun.
I love
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/AllisonRosen.
Patreon. You know what, Daniel?
What?
I was just being saucy. That would have been an interesting conversation. It's just time for segments. Shove it up your butt, Daniel. You're wrong.
In other words.
I would like to say hello and welcome to Margot M, to Lisa W, to Raya Soleil. That's a cool name. Is that your real name? Raya Soleil? Like, were you born with that? Because that's cool.
Good name.
Kim and Michelle Holland, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your support more than you know. Let's do Just Me or Everyone.
It's time for Just Me or Everyone. Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
Skadoop doop. All right. Rob, might you have one?
I do have one.
Let's hear it.
Is it just me? I am now, and this relates back to Big Fat Meatballs, I am now following and enjoying the Costco guys and the Rizzler unironically.
That happens.
Yeah.
I've now crossed the threshold. Is everyone doing this now?
I don't
Or-
think I'm following
I don't
them,
think I've
Okay.
actually seen.
but I could imagine.
Okay.
I haven't seen their content in organically. I've only seen it like them on shows or whatever.
Well, Big AJ, the dad, is now part of the AEW universe.
Oh.
And is wrestling as well. He used to be a wrestler.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know.
And they
Okay.
invited him back with the fame. He did Dynamite a few months back here in LA, and apparently Malls was there with her boyfriend, said it was amazing. The Rizzler was ringing the bell, and like Big
Wow.
Justice is like his partner in crime, so like someone will get his dad in a headlock or something, and
Is
then
that-
Big Justice will climb in the ring, and that's his son.
Got it.
And you know, it's silly and stupid, and I'm usually not one to enjoy like family and children content on the internet. I think there's explicitly an exploitative nature to
Mhm.
it.
Mm.
But it seems like this family like gets it, at least in a way that doesn't feel like when the cameras turn off, he's like, now we got to do it again because we need to get 10 more likes. You know, it feels like they're having fun.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting. I think that I think a lot of the people that make it in that world, these sort of like so-called, I don't know, like someone who breaks big on TikTok or whatever, or YouTube, often,
Creators.
yeah, often I'll look at it and I'll go, you know what? There is a charisma, there is an
There is.
energy here that I understand. Like it's like not for nothing.
Yeah.
And you're making me like I'm thinking about the Kardashians, and I'm like, that era of the aughts when someone could become famous just for having a big ass and calling the paparazzi or whatever and being in a certain like whatever. I think that's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think the Kardashians could get big now.
Because I don't think people are just a
Disagree.
go.
They
on this,
do
like-
not have charisma.
They do.
No, they don't.
I mean, I guess not.
They do.
when I
Have
think
you-
about it, actually, no, they don't.
Yeah,
There was
They're
like an
very watchable.
aspirational amount of wealth in that too
Yes.
that I don't think people are, like people want to make money, but I think people are, especially the youth, are a little bit more realistic and jaded about like what
Right.
it takes to get paid and if it's even a realistic nature. So like, why not just put it all out there And if something hits, it hits. And I think that's what's relatable with these people. It's like they tried, they liked having fun on TikTok, and then something hit.
Yeah.
And it felt organic, even if it was like, try hard.
Yeah. Everyone's trying hard nowadays, though.
Yeah.
I'm not.
All I'm saying is
I
I'm
should
giving
be.
him a boom.
I want you to be a try.
I know. It's just, God. You know, everything is a
try it
bridge.
all.
Everything is a bridge too far. Everything is like, ugh. And I don't know if you know, I had a hysterectomy 7 weeks ago. And Cole and Perry said to me that like a couple people she knew had hysterectomies, and it takes about 4 months to feel like yourself again. And I was like, that is so fucking long. That is a season plus a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm still gonna go forward with the surgery, but the idea of it taking 4 months to feel like myself, wow. And because I remember when I had laparoscopic surgery for endometriosis, we're getting into the stuff that Daniel loves when I talk about it.
I love
He
medical
hates
stuff.
talk. In 2011, I remember like a few months later feeling like I feel like I'm becoming I'm coming back to life. But this surgery, the recovery has been so easy that I have been like, I make sounds like that. I don't know which sound I'm making. Just like, I think I'm going to be myself way before 4 months. However, this sort of like malaise and like, I don't know, it's not really a low level depression. It's just everything seems like it would be too much energy. I was like, oh, maybe I actually am being affected by the
like
4 months.
This is it.
Yeah, maybe it is, because I just, not like I'm a get up and go kind of person in general, but there is a little more of a like everything feels a little bit harder right now.
I would say, from my impression of listening to the podcast and being here, I would say you're a get up and go gal.
Well, thank you.
More like a roll out and go.
I also just like the phrase "get up and go gal."
It's good. It's got a lot of alliteration.
You do get up early. You're a get up and go.
I get up
you're,
so
you know what
fucking
you are?
early, but
you're a get up
begrudgingly.
and go and then go back to sleep.
I have got
Man,
to.
I am an early person too. And let me just say, I'm taking away from your time. I understand.
No, it's
this,
fine.
sorry. I used to always get up at like 6 a.m. and go for a walk in the morning. And Elvis
that's
would
good.
still be asleep when I got home. Ever since we've moved, he's now getting up with me. And I'm like, oh, man, this was like me time, buddy. Now, I love spending time with you, Elvis, but you're taking away from daddy time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Daddy time sounds uncomfortable.
It does,
Just-
but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You go for a walk first thing in the morning. That's so good. That's so like wholesome, and I
Right.
just feel like it's all the things you're supposed to do.
Well, if I can get one of all the things I'm supposed to do down, I'm better than I used to be. We'll put it that way.
I feel like there's so many things that have to happen before I could go on a walk.
But you have children.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
have-
but I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about having to put on sunscreen and.
But
put on
I
a
think
bra.
like even just like the overwhelmingness of like
Yeah.
having a family
Yeah.
probably caters to
It's
that.
a lot.
Yeah, it is, and I got to feed the fish.
I don't want
they're
that.
my joy.
I don't at this point. I don't need daddy time. I just need a thought that is a complete sentence time. I just need to be able to complete a thought. That's the amount of time that I dream of.
One day.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Do you know that Elliot wants to pierce his ear when he's a teenager?
What?
Now,
Did he say this?
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
Is this because of the demon hunters thing?
He only wants to get one ear pierced, and he wants to get a small hoop. And so then when I was watching the Demon Hunters, but they have earrings in both ears. So I said that I could take him when he decided when he's about 15 he wants to. And he goes,
No.
but you'll be old then.
I'm putting my foot down.
Oh, really? I already told him he probably could.
Nope. You got to run it by me. No,
Okay.
no piercings until you're 18, but he can get a tattoo at 14.
well, and don't be like my dad. Well, no, actually, I don't think my dad did this because my dad did get his ear
He also
pierced.
wants a tattoo.
But then I remember I went to summer camp.
Let's get father-son tattoos. I want more tattoos. But I just think my kids will be like, why is daddy getting tattoos? He's an old man. And I'll be like, stop mirroring back my insecurities. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, all I was going to say is in the homophobic 90s, remember there was always the ear you could or couldn't
Yes.
pierce.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Summer camp made sure to let me know that I got my ear pierced in the correct
Which
ear.
was what, the left?
Left. But I've also heard various accounts, so I don't think it actually,
Yeah.
I mean, of course homophobic.
I had
but
mine
like,
pierced on my left.
Mhm.
yeah, I had it, and I don't have any more, but for the longest time, I had one little die in there.
Oh, that's fun.
6-sided die.
That's fun.
I was the coolest kid in 4th grade.
You did. Wait, you didn't really get it in 4th grade, though, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You
actually.
did?
It was either 4th or 6th. Yeah.
It's funny. I told Elliot he'd get it when he's a teenager, but for some reason, 4th or 6th seems so young.
Definitely not a teenager. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I let that thing grow back because actually then the next year at summer camp, someone said I looked like an 80s wannabe. And I didn't even know what that meant, but they were very
It's
right.
funny how so many insults back in the day didn't actually make sense, but
Yeah.
you just knew by intent that it was
bad.
insulting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I broke up with a girl who was like in 6th grade, and she was like, "You don't take life seriously," and I was like, "Fuck you, bitch!" You know, like, and it's like
I've been on
but
this earth for 12 years.
Yeah,
I
but
know
it's-
exactly.
But it's like, is that a bad thing? I don't even know what that means.
I would
I
hate
would like
for a
to-
6th grader to take life seriously.
Yeah, like I joke around a lot. Is that?
What
I
does
think in
that mean?
hindsight,
That is something Mom said at the dinner
Yes.
table one day.
I think in hindsight, now that I'm a grown ass man, it was
10 toes
I
down.
wasn't 10 toes down. I wasn't taking our little relationship seriously.
But
I think
who-
that's
but
what
you're
she was really
12.
saying.
Your 6th grade
Well,
relationship.
yes.
11.
Well, I think
What were you cheating
You were
on?
I think-
Rizzler age.
I was around girls who were ready to be dating, and little old me was still playing with Star Wars toys. Like I was very much
collecting
still a
Smurfs.
child. I was still a child. I had no business going out with
Yeah.
girls, and they were all frustrated until I hit about 36.
Girls mature faster than boys.
Yes.
And they should know that because they're more mature at that age.
They should. It's yes. Did you happen to have it just mirror everyone, Jeff?
Yes. So anytime that I pull out a pair of tongs, like salad tongs or cooking tongs, I have to clack them. There's the thing that holds them
Yes.
close, and I do that, and then I clack them together,
Yeah, the old
and I have to clack them. It's like I'm Sarah Connor, like racking all my guns, getting ready to go after the Terminator.
Mhm.
I always have to do that.
Nice.
You know,
Just
Get 'em
mirror
I feel
everyone.
like I
Prime
probably
'em.
do too. I'm not conscious of it, but I'm sure I
Is
do.
that what you do with your tongs?
Yeah, I use tongs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know you do.
If a thing has a simple function, I think that's just kind of it's our duty to perform the simple function.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I'm testing its range of motion, and it
Of
makes a fun
course.
sound.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I feel like a giant lobster, which is always fun.
I find it very frustrating when the thing is engaged, though, like locking it.
You know what I dislike recently moving, putting my cooking tongs in the thing. When that disengagement lever is like
Half.
not solid enough. I need a click or something to know,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like I want to know that it's done because I don't need the slightest bump against a fork to send that thing
Yeah.
Right.
going spread eagle on.
No, and the safety's on your rifle.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of tongs, this is #tong talk.
Tong,
Does
tong,
this
tong,
happen?
sahur.
That is an entire brain rot. Does this happen to your tongs? If you put them in the dishwasher, they bend. I think we just must have cheap tongs.
But you know
'cause
what? I've come to
They, like,
like having one pair of tongs that has like a slightly bent. So
They're
you
like
can,
needle nose tongs.
So that you can say like, use the good tongs on that, and use the bad tongs on that.
There's certain
I'll
circumstances
just
where
bend them
I
back.
want something that
Want
can
the
curl
offset,
under the
Well,
thing.
that's what you flipping a nice piece of fish.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to
You need a little more grip.
that curl.
You need to, I think the word for that is a tenaculum. Any medical listeners? Am I right? Am I right?
Chirp, chirp.
I was waiting for the sound effect.
Dr. Angela.
Not
weigh
trying to
in.
do your job for you. Sorry.
Oh, that's interesting because I try to curl them when they come out of the dishwasher because they're still pliable.
Well,
Well, that's just heat.
yeah.
It's just heat.
I think it's time for Hey Go Fuck Yourself,
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Rob.
You know what? I'll bring it back to what I was saying before. I'm just gonna have to. Hey.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Something's happening.
Oh my gosh.
ultimately, I will not say it about the podcast thing. Hey, go fuck yourself to the ability to delete someone's podcast, not
Yeah.
to the person
Yeah.
who accidentally did it.
Yeah.
But the real hey, go fuck yourself to that Trump-loving neighbor who...
Drove you
Like,
out of JJ.
Well, just the fact that, like, why was the flag down when we moved in and up once we moved? Like,
Did
in
he know
completely?
who you supported?
No, I mean,
Okay.
like we barely even talked to him, right? But like it just felt intentional.
I bet the realtor went around and gave everybody $50 Amazon gift cards and said, "No flags for the next week, and I'll give you a gift card." And then
My
moved in.
Yeah.
thought process is because I even was like, should we like say we're trying to sell the house and ask him to like move it? And she's like, no, like that. Then he doesn't
Right.
Then he'll
want
put up
someone.
10,
To,
yeah.
And
That's
I
a
was
good
like,
point.
okay, yeah. If I thought about it for 10 more seconds, but that's not a bad idea either because when showing the house, dude, that like 3 people who viewed said no because of that.
Wow.
So hey, go fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
You know, I'm going to piggyback on you and say, so we just went through the process of selling my parents' house.
Okay.
And the neighbor of that house are the people who have the dog that attacked Oliver, our first baby, who was a dog. But in the course of showing the house, they were like out all the time on the sidewalk, and they like had a refrigerator on the curb. And our realtor was saying like, this is not helping. So
Yeah, it made it look trashy.
yeah. And it's not a trashy area, but it like gave it a real trash vibe to have just like not, you know, someone thinking about moving in is not going to be impressed with what's happening here. We should have thought of the Amazon gift card. Although I do feel like it is it on purpose with them? Maybe. So, hey, fucking neighbors.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Enjoy the renters. I hope they're loud.
I know. Ugh.
Anyone else need to tell anyone to stick it where the sun don't shine?
I have one.
Okay.
I just got back from a road trip, and I just want to say, when you're on the interstate and you're in the passing lane, and there's a truck on the right, and you're passing the truck, and this happened 10 times each way. There's someone that comes flying up behind the truck, even though clearly everybody in the left is trying to pass this truck, and they pull up on the right and just right up the butt of the truck, trying to slingshot past you somehow, even though clearly, like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, there's nowhere for you to get in, but they're flying up and just, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're going to slingshot past me? Like, just stop. Where are you going? You're going nowhere. You know where you're going?
Hey, go fuck yourself.
They're going to Beelzebub's terrain and Lucifer's too.
All those flies.
Yes.
I know.
What if we're sitting on a hellmouth?
Well, we might be, is what I'm saying.
I know. Did you have anyone, or should we move on to product picks?
Oh, I probably do, but my mind's all over the place. So, you know, last week I was trying to parallel park at the school. And drop off. You know, everyone's in and out, so you can only park on one side of the street. So someone was leaving, and I was waiting. I had my signal, and they left, and then I drove up. You know, you drive past the car in order to parallel parking back in, and this little short school bus driver behind me pulls up right behind me. Okay, so I can't back up, and I'm stopped, and then he starts honking at me, and I was so mad. I was like, almost got out of my car to just go fucking yell at him. Like, what the fuck do you think And I was just like, I can't let this shit bother me. Another parking spot opened up. I went and I got in. And now I look back at it. And a minute ago, I was like, God, I'm so glad I didn't get out because I'm not really that mad. But now I am. Now I'm thinking about it. So I was going to say, hey, go fuck yourself to me, but go fuck yourself to him.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck
You
yourself.
talked yourself out of
what the
your
fuck?
equanimity.
This is
Tell
like
me
the
with my
problem with rage rooms, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't go in and become more rageful.
God. If I fucking see.
Aren't you glad you didn't get out and talk to him, though? If he had been a parent.
You're never really sorry for avoiding a road rage incident.
Jerk store. That's what I should have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass. Get the fuck out of here. It is a discipline.
It's funny when you don't unload on someone, or you don't. For me, when I don't like stand up, in my mind, it's always like they crossed the line and I should have set them straight. You know, when you don't do that, you always regret it. I always regret it. Like, oh, I wish I'd given them a piece of my mind. But I think the vast majority of times, which is not that many, that I've ever given someone a piece of my mind, I probably regretted it too.
That's my thing. I recently gave someone a piece of my mind in the most like, here are 3 text messages in a row, but it's all rational. And you like even reading back to it and having other people read. I was like, I feel bad because I let this person know how disappointed I was in them, but also like why a series of events, like it was a very like rational grouping of texts, but like still not received well and everything. And it's just like, now I just feel bad because it didn't change anything.
Right.
You know?
I'm just always worried about uncorking my rage.
Don't let it out of the bottle.
I just don't know that I could control it once I uncork it.
That's always the fear. It's like you're going to let
I'm
that
not
genie out of the
joking.
bottle.
I am not joking. Like I just feel like this can get out of control, and that scares me. And so I always try to keep things like it's like that. You're to go fuck yourself. Okay, so that fucking family, basically killed our dog, and then, one could say like, they didn't mean to, although they were highly irresponsible. They were absolutely to blame. We asked them to cover the vet bills, and they wouldn't do it. And so, which I think is I would be insisting.
Yeah.
If I were in their shoes, I would be insisting on paying the fucking vet bills, but they wouldn't. And so we had to like threaten to sue them to get them to pay. And then there was another incident where the woman who lived there mentioned to someone, you or your sister or someone, that like, it'll be nice when...
Oh, that was before the dog thing. Yeah, when she met me, she was saying they had just moved in, and she was saying that it's a lot of old people.
They have a bunch of kids.
They didn't at that point.
Okay.
But then they spawned. She was saying it's a bunch of old people who live in the neighborhood, but it'll be nice because they'll probably die, and
they're old and they're
going to
die.
And I'm like,
cool.
Like I don't live in this house. My old parents do.
Right. And so
it was weird.
So we were there last weekend and just saying goodbye to the house, getting a couple things, and just this was it, right? So we're not going to be allowed to go there again
because it's not going to be ours.
Yeah, and Allison grew up in this house.
Yeah.
Like, this is, and the boys wanted to see it, so we were there, and we're getting ready to go, and the husband pulls up, and he's just like, "Oh, hey." Moving in. So he was all excited because he thought he was meeting his new neighbors, and they had 2 kids. And I was like, it was that moment of like, oh, so badly.
Did you know who it was right away?
Yeah. I want to crush your larynx. Like, I hate you so fucking much. You and your shitty fucking hair and your fucking stupid face. Like, I fucking hate you. And for him to be so like, oh, he's so happy when it's like this horrible thing. Like, Allison just lost her fucking parents. So I was just like, no, dude, we just sold the house. And he realized in that moment, oh, he fucked up. But he couldn't just be like, oh, oops, and then bail, Like, he had to, like, follow through. Like, oh, well, I'm still going to pretend to be, but now there's clearly, like, this. And there's that moment where you're like...
he was pretending that he didn't know who you were, but he had realized who you were.
Once he realized who I was, then it was just like, oh, shit, but he couldn't, like, let on.
Yep.
And so we had this awkward thing where, I forget what it was he said, but it was just like... something about it being a good thing or something. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, check out the garage.
I forget what he said, but it was like,
oh yeah, it's a big. Get out of here, you motherfucker.
Yeah, it was like, no, it's not a good thing. Like, it's sad for us.
I don't think you said that though, did you?
Something to that effect. I can't remember exactly the conversation, but at one point I'm like, well, they're going to be renting it out. Like, I was like, fuck you. Like, they fucking rent it out.
You're gonna have new crazy neighbors. Every month.
And but I kept it together because either I could have said something. I could have been like, but why?
Where would it have gotten?
Where was that going to go? It was awkward. He knew.
Yeah.
I mean, for me to settle his hash in that moment, what is it? How? And then what? And what does he say? And then we just left. But I was just like, just shaking with fucking just
But you're in a calm place now.
Gotta bring it.
That's why you can talk
it
about
was that
it.
positive attitude.
I mean, this room, we're calm.
I'm telling you, it's the spirits in this room.
Meanwhile, I was locking up the house and I heard this. And when I first heard his voice, I thought, oh, is this the buyer of the house? And then I realized real fast who it was. And I was like, I'm just going to stand here. So I just stood there for the longest time. But also I was holding a roll of toilet paper. because there's no toilet paper in the house.
Sure.
So I'm like,
And
we're
I
gonna.
had fucking warned. This is the other thing with those two, that
Oh, yeah.
fucking couple, because the Thanksgiving before their fucking dog killed our dog, I was out with Oliver, our dog, peeing in the front yard, and
Daniel was peeing.
Yeah.
we were both peeing.
Okay. Well, of course.
It was like a daddy puppy thing that we would do.
The best way
together.
to show them is to do it yourself.
Well, I don't know. It was just bonding.
Oh, okay.
You're priming the pump a little bit.
And they were out, and their fucking Alaskan Marmalute, okay, giant fucking feral wolf,
Now I'm mute.
comes in a full predator attack mode
No.
for our tiny little
No.
runt of a dog. Our dog was like about 5 inches long, and it was like, and I had to step in front of that dog, off leash. This fucking dog, off motherfucking
No
leash,
fucking way.
and I was just like, no. And then she was just like, oh, she's friendly.
Oh, I hate
And
that.
I'm like, bitch, I am. What am I? 60? I am an old man. Okay, and I have seen dogs. I have lived around them. They're
Yeah.
not foreign to me. It's not like it's a camel. I don't know fucking camels.
I also have a different experience with your dog.
Right. And so I saw the dog. I know a dog when it's playing, okay? And I
Yeah.
know a dog. And I was like, no, she fucking wasn't. She's not friendly to my dog. Keep her on leash. I told her, keep her on leash. And it was 6 months, or maybe 8 months, 9, whatever. It was the next year. Sure enough, still off leash. But we were in Hawaii. I couldn't fucking be there. And Allison's mom, who didn't take me seriously
Yeah.
when I went back in the house and said that dog is off leash, she okay, no one took me fucking seriously. And
Damn.
What happened?
their fucking dog came up, grabbed Oliver in its teeth, picked it up, shook it, ripped the muscles off of his bones,
Ugh.
and he never recovered, and he died. And
Oh, my God.
And I fucking told everybody about that dog, and nobody fucking believed me. I will never forgive. I will never forgive. I am going to my grave. I'm going to pop into the afterlife and be like, "Where's Shelly?"
Well, I had. We got to end this show. We got to do product picks in a second. But I will say, this is about to get very dark. In general, okay, right after my mom died, I was like very angry at her because of some things that I discovered. And then most of the time, I've spent a lot of time just being like, it's really sad. She shouldn't have died the way she died. It's a longer story. And poor her.
Her mom also was attacked by an Alaskan Marmalute.
But
The things discovered.
yes, but anyway, the other day I was remembering something and I was getting mad, and I was just like, "Wait a minute, I am mad at her." I had lost touch with that for a long time.
You can be all the things.
Yeah, I went through the same
You can be all the
shit when my
things.
dad died.
Yeah.
Like there was, all the things.
Yeah.
All the things.
They're all true.
Yeah.
You can be mad and love them and miss them and not miss them. All of the contradictions can
And
be
it depends on the hour.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you don't need to resolve them.
Well,
They-
and that's the
they're
thing
just there.
I had to learn too is that like it ain't happening.
Right.
So I'm either gonna move on and think about it, or I'm gonna live pissed off that I never got to give him what for, or
Right.
say I love you, or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why they have seances.
Exactly, and that's why all the flies are. Here.
It could be. It
Do
could
we
be.
need to have like a Allison Rose and His New Best Friend seance?
Let's
We
think
live
about
down the street from actual witches.
We
I
were
should-
just talking.
I'm
about
1/16th witch.
this.
All right, then you're invited. We're
Yeah.
going to have a seance and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Let's do it. It'll be on the podcast, of course. All right, podcast pals, product picks. Rob, do you have one?
Yes, and
Podcast pals, peanut picks.
this is was that Robin?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I need to talk to her about reality TV soon. This is not on Amazon, but this is a real life thing that people can use in the LA area. Sorry, listeners outside of the LA area. Real rock and roll movers.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I've seen their truck.
They moved us out of LA, and we're like, they were so good, they're going to move us back to LA. And two of the three guys who came moving were like, we moved you in here. Like, they remembered
Oh, wow.
us. Small team. Incredible. And great prices.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I mean, in the scheme of having people lift all of your stuff and
Yeah.
packing it well.
And do
Oh,
they
they
play
have
music
to.
and stuff? Is there
Well,
like
they
a-
didn't actually put stuff in the box. No, I mean, they had it on their phone, but like they've got a fun YouTube page where that's
Okay.
like they've got a theme song and they like teach you how to
I love a
pack
good.
boxes the rock and
I
roll.
love that.
way.
That's
I love
awesome.
a good mover recommendation.
Yeah,
better
and
than our Russian circus?
what I will say though, they didn't like put stuff into boxes for us, but they did like take apart the bed and rebuild the bed.
Oh,
Like
nice.
we didn't have to do anything like that too. And if we had other furniture
That
we wanted
is
to
a
have to, we
nice-
could ask them. But
Yeah.
the bed was the only thing we wanted, and so
We should move.
you guys should
Well,
move.
but now we have the movers
yeah.
and the flies.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
Move of the flies.
The move.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds beautiful. Wonderful. Real rock and roll movers. Jeff, might you have a rec?
Yes, along the dog lines, the A-Wolf Pet Snuffle Mat for dogs, also for cats. Did we know about these?
Well,
I just
was
bought a snuffle mat.
I just
Did
was
you?
told I needed to get a snuffle mat.
Oh my god, it's in the air. I literally just bought a snuffle mat.
I hope
just-
it's not what's getting the dog sick.
It literally occurred to me, like, could that have been what got on his? I almost called him Oliver on Peter's face. I don't think so though.
Because some people did complain that it had an off-gassing smell when they got it.
Does anyone's dog get
Off
sick from
gas.
it?
Maybe
though?
just leave it outside and let it
Or
let
wash
it
it or
air
something.
out.
Yeah.
But it's a round thing that kind of looks like a bowl of salad, and you can put treats in it, or if your dog eats too quickly, you can put the food in it, and then it makes the dog kind of work for it. and it's a little
Enrichment.
slower. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is that
Elvis
what that
needs
thing
that.
is?
Yes.
Elvis needs that.
Oh, I thought it was like, a
no
mop
other.
head that fell out. I was like, they're.
Daniel put it on the Swiffer mop.
I mean, you could.
Dry mop.
Yeah, and if it's the same one, it like you can choose what size you want it to
Yeah,
be.
there's a drawstring on it, so
Yeah.
you can lay it flat or kind of make it like a bowl or make it really tight so they have to.
And
really pull it up.
I put stuff in it, and then both Peter and Wendy were snuffling through it. It's
Oh,
very
I love
cute.
this. A1.
Yeah.
How snuffle mats are done.
Oh, that should be their slogan. That's so funny that we both have that snuffle mat. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Rob, where can we find you? What should they look out for?
Look out for Vanderpump Robs on all social media and podcast players. Patreon.com/Vanderpump Robs, where you can get all episodes full length and ad free and video. And then also look for Halvesies. It's it started off as summer programming on the Trend Lightly feed and has evolved into its own show with me and Malls.
Malls, old friend of the show. We haven't had her on in
I know. We gotta
a
catch
long
up with her.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vanderpump Robs, Halvesies, and then whenever I can announce big super secret project, which got
Yes,
pushed
please.
potentially another year. So we'll talk about that then.
Wonderful. Daniel,
Just move on where you wanted
Jeff?
to move on.
my head goes to the right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dequants on the snappy.
Cool as
God.
fuck.
Nice. I don't have anything to plug for social media, but I am starting a support group for people that love live music but hate live music festivals. If you're interested, contact me through Allison's website, whatever her email address is.
Yeah.
Let her sort through it and pass me the good ones. Thank you.
We are also. I am one of those people.
Yeah.
Same.
See?
I was just talking to two people who went to these big, like the Warp Tour and something else, and I was like, well, not for me anymore.
Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Finding dust for the rest of your life.
I know, but
Standing
we are
in
going
line for 4 hours to see
Using a porta potty.
some band from 2 blocks away.
Were you gonna say something? Because I was gonna say something.
I was going to suggest we go to Burning Man.
And you know what? We're gonna start. The public is demanding that we we give you advice. We're gonna bring back the advice segment. I forget what we called it, but we're gonna bring that back.
Crab chat.
Is that it?
Email ariymBFshow@gmail.com with your issues, with your problems, and then we'll help you. And then also Patreon and Substack, etc. Everyone, thank you. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show?